Burrow and the Bengals trying to convert. Burrow.
Toss down. Myles Garrett gets home.
As soon as Joe Burrow's looking, he's on his horse because the pressure's there. And Myles Garrett is the one who gets home. One of the top sack guys in the league.
And the Browns lead by 1. From the 18. Harris can't find anywhere to go and has to fight to get
using
back.
Delpit at the line of scrimmage.
Tannehill from the gun. Henry hammered. Myles Garrett making first contact. How crazy is that stat? First time that this Cleveland defense has had to play in their own red zone. That football is loose. That's a live ball, and Henry falls on it. It was Myles Garrett jarring it loose for the
offensive line. They haven't been able to stop him.
On 3rd and 11, Tannehill crushed.
Watch Koromoa as he comes inside and he gets that penetration, and that's the pick right there. Who is up here?
On 3rd and 10, Garrett burying Tannehill. Disaster for the Titans as they come up empty.
Just, Dillard on Garrett, absolutely no chance. And
that's what you want to hear from your top defensive players. They have been off the charts. Here they come again.
There's
Garrett around the corner. Tannehill somehow out of the end zone to avert what would have been disastrous.
Great tandem. Garrett off of this edge. And then on the other side is Zadarius Smith with power. So you got the speed of Garrett coming off the edge. You've got the power of Zadarius Smith.
So the Ravens have 1:20 to work with now.
And Jackson gets crushed by Myles Garrett.
And Baltimore tried to chip him, but watch the intelligence of Garrett. Oh, you want 2 on the outside? I spin inside, and I grab your quarterback and put him on the deck.
This is the opening drive here, and they're going to run it this time to Jordan Mason, who had a touchdown run last week. Multiple tight ends. McCaffrey in trouble, and he is stacked up and is going to lose a couple yards. 10. 15. McCaffrey, and he is swarmed.
Right tackle with Braden Smith once again on the shelf. Taylor trying to cut it back, and look at Myles Garrett. Get him from the back. As this very impressive start for Indianapolis continues, and here comes that Cleveland defense. Garrett knocked it loose. Who's got it? At first glance, it appears as though the Colts have recovered. Now they say Cleveland football. Boy, it looked like Will Fries had fell on it momentarily, but Anthony Walker's
defense playing up near the line of scrimmage like a linebacker.
Well, apparently for Shane Steichen, they're not out of field goal range. Matt Gay is blocked. That's a live football. It's picked up. Denzel Ward. Shane the dice. They attempt a 60-yard field goal. Myles Garrett the block, and suddenly a short field. Minshew from his end zone. Here comes Garrett. Football's loose. Who's got it? Cleveland. It's still loose. No signal yet. Touchdown.
And it doesn't even matter. Chip, bump, whatever. That's not going to happen. And Freeland's got to do a much better job of. It looked as if Freeland didn't even account for Garrett.
Minshew's got 4 wide receivers. Moss lone setback here. Beg your pardon, it's Taylor on the take.
Just kind of.
Minshew, quick delivery. Garrett knocked it in the air. Boy, that one was up for grabs as Garrett continues to wreak havoc. And Cleveland, meantime, trying to get to 4-2. Moss broke the initial tackle. Boy, the Colts take over at their 2-yard line. Minshew under center. Back to the ground game here with Moss. Now it's a field position game as much as anything else.
Start to get something going, and then, all of a sudden, but boy, they've still done some good things in this game.
Every week it's been something. They lose Deshaun Watson.
3rd down and long. Smith trying to climb the pocket. He gets swallowed up. It's Myles Garrett finally putting his stamp on this game with a huge sack.
That's the big part. You're exactly right, Adam, because you're going to watch. He's got a double team right there. And it's actually the pressure generated by Obo Okoronkwo coming from the right side right there, number 54. That
is the quarterback not taking care of the football. That has to be number one.
Tune's pass batted down. Myles Garrett.
So they can have any shot at moving the ball down the field.
Fake handoff. Tune. Football is knocked out. Live football. And Cleveland has it with Garrett.
Since he became the head coach, and he said all he thinks Murray needs is
only the guy from the Chiefs has more touchdowns than Mark Andrews.
That's some guy named Travis Kelce. Some guy. And
the guy from so a depleted Cleveland secondary following the sack. 3rd down and 17. Jackson in trouble. Down he goes again. Second straight play, Myles Garrett. Fake to Hill, and Jackson able to stay on his feet. Broke the first time. Smith and Watt. Steelers won the game 26-22.
Look out! Kenny Pickett gets drilled by Myles Garrett.
And what Cleveland did was they blitzed the nickel defensive back, and created an opening and a one-on-one for Myles Garrett.
2nd and 11. Harris shifts out of the backfield. Protection for Pickett, breaks down, and Pickett is thrown down by Myles Garrett.
The throws to the halfbacks out of the backfield have been money, so just an errant throw.
On 2nd and 10, Williams, who was checked out on the sidelines for a neck injury, back in and is stopped for a loss on the play as we get.
When he's out of the game, take your shots. You see what happened?
There he is.
Hey, the big bully's back now. Right here. He's barely even looking like that's just all instincts and God-given talent and ability. The guy's
2nd down and 1 for Doug Peterson and the Jaguars, trailing 14-0. Give it to Etienne again. This time they swarm. He is first and foremost, they're going for 2. Lawrence. He's sacked. Myles Garrett gets to the quarterback. In a 4-point game, 133.
Reason he's able to get there, 2 reasons. 1, he's Myles Garrett, of course, but 2, the coverage was suffocating on the back end. And when you have a condensed field...
They're just going to get a refill. They're ready for the 4th quarter. They know all about this.
Pitch play, Herbert, nowhere to go. Snowed under by Myles Garrett.
Blows, but watch him beat the seal block inside by Cole Kmet. Number 85, Cole's got to pin him down.
Its own 33. Give it to Singletary, and he's tossed down by Garrett. Package here for the Browns. It's a running play. Agunbowale dropped at the 35.
Because they, as you mentioned, are on the backside of the tiebreakers with Indianapolis and Jacksonville.
Spun down, Damian Pierce.
He gets arrested. Monaconda is in there as the running back. They give it to him, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. It's Myles Garrett.
For their ability to rush the quarterback, I always what stands out to the elite ones like Myles Garrett is what they do against the run on the early downs. You know, this is a mismatch against Becton. He's going to win this battle all night. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, this guy's as good as I've seen.
Meanwhile, Simeon gets sacked.
And great news for Houston. Handed off Damian Pierce on a misdirection, and he loses to Owusu Koromoa.
Guys.
Yeah, KT, I loved what he said. He said, I wouldn't have wished all the injuries we've had on anybody, but I'm glad in some ways it's happened because it's forced us to improve.
Now he's back up here on the top, but they're rotating him quite a few times this game.
Up on the rookie that time, who beats him. Ball is out, and it is recovered by Dallas. Myles Garrett punched it out on your cue, but Dallas recovered.
It's a big man he's going against, and Tyler Guyton, but just too much power. He's got a great burst off the line of scrimmage. Just rips through, and
from the red zone, 3rd and 8. Lawrence hits. Myles Garrett does it again.
On one blocking. You're going to see him down the bottom. He comes and just knocks that ball away from Trevor.
Levin Tucker at the bottom of your screen is the speed burner. Again, no Devontae Adams, and a sack taken. Myles Garrett getting to the quarterback. The reigning Defensive Player of the Year has a moment.
I think I'd go play action here.
That's what they do. The pocket collapses, and Myles Garrett gets to the quarterback.
That was a nice play by the Eagles.
Now Hurts take it down just behind. From 57, it's blocked. Blocked by Myles Garrett.
Wow!
And it's taken back all the way by the former Eagle, Rodney McLeod. What a turn of events.
Look at how athletic Myles Garrett is. 280 pounds, jumps over the offensive lineman, times it up beautifully to get that block. And the Browns get the ball on offense. You have a missed field goal, and we're still at a tie game.
So now the Eagles start from the 42, and it's Myles Garrett who makes the play, bringing down Saquon Barkley.
Coming right off the edge, wastes no time. I mean, I just don't get how you don't block these guys.
Cincinnati has done on third down, 0 of 6. Handoff, Moss going nowhere. So inside of 4 minutes now left, Burrow, as they operate just outside the Cleveland 30. Chase Brown going backwards. Good pursuit by Cleveland.
But still a guy that you've got to deal with up front.
He's a threat to get to the quarterback quickly.
Herbert on third and long. Buried again. And it's guess who? Myles Garrett, if you've just hopped on with us, 2 sacks in the first quarter alone. Here he comes again. Herbert climbs the pocket. Garrett. Just an absolute monster for the Browns.
Normally he lines up to the defense's right side. Now he just went to work on Rashawn Slater. And now they put him over on the other side, work on the rookie. And
Herbert in this offense back onto the field. They begin just outside their 20. Herbert fakes the pitch. Here they come again. Second time they get to him. It's Garrett. First sack in 4+ games.
This is a bull rush, and then he converts it to inside. So he goes power, and then he goes inside and beats Slater to get to Justin Herbert. So
excellence the way he has.
So 3 tight ends here. Wilson under pressure. Bury him. Myles Garrett wants to hear it from the crowd, and he will.
This is going to be a great matchup all night. Dan Moore is isolated one-on-one. He got a little bit of a chip initially, but not much to slow down Myles Garrett.
Then they send Patterson all the way to the left, and Fields looking for room and won't find it. Grant Delpit comes up to make the tackle. Yet to throw an incompletion. Here, under pressure, loses the ball. Strip. And the Browns are there to get it. Myles Garrett came in.
And that's energy. That's the matchup we keep talking about. Are you going to help out? Tight in there initially, a little push to try to help out Darnell Washington. But that's not enough against Myles Garrett.
Wilson. He's going to get sacked back at the 38-yard line.
I do to deserve this. I thought he was out on the edge.
The Cleveland Browns shot Baltimore 3 weeks ago.
Secondary, and yet it's been a shell of what they put out there last year. Here's a carry by Williams, and he will not get the first down.
Warren in the backfield. Cordero fumbles the football, and it's recovered by Myles Garrett. And the defense is just so dominant. 3rd and 14. Here's Garrett. Look at Myles Garrett. My goodness.
Hunt in a veteran role, helping the young player.
They try and hunt to the other side, but they maintain their balance. Mahomes knocked away. Myles Garrett.
You see the entire middle of the field wide open. He knows nobody's there. He just takes it and runs.
And Garrett gets him.
Coming off the edge right here, you see how Garrett fights through the tight end and then bends the corner. In their first game, he was quiet.
So a gain of 15, but then a 15-yard penalty as Huntley drops the snap. Garrett touched him down today. Tyreek Hill in motion. Huntley looking his way, now in trouble. Huntley trying to escape, he cannot.
And guess who? Quarterback, certainly offensive coordinator. 2nd down and 4. Dolphins on the ground with Mostert, and he's slammed down. 2nd down and 7. Huntley trying to step up in the pocket and taken down. And Myles Garrett, if he gets credit for that sack, it would be his 14th of the year. And this is a stat that he pointed out on Hard Knocks. First in NFL history with 4 straight years of at least 14 sacks.
And the first play goes to Derrick Henry, who's rudely raided by Myles Garrett. He said
3rd and 9. Burrow, backside pressure, steps away, chased by Garrett, and down he goes.
I don't know what you do. He is just so explosive and so dynamic. Look, he's on the upfield shoulder, and it's just a...
And on 1st down, Burrow under pressure, down he goes. Guess who? Myles Garrett with the sack. Burrow, pocket collapsing, Garrett again! Number 11 all-time of Joe Burrow, back-to-back sacks for Myles Garrett. Sunday is often very slim as Chase Brown gets the carry and Myles Garrett pounces on him. 3rd down and 12. It's Chase Brown trying to spin away, and Myles Garrett is there to stand him up. Grant Delpit help.
On 1st down, Jackson. He's under pressure and he's going down. Myles Garrett will get a piece of that one. On 2nd down, they hand it off, and there's Myles Garrett again. Nailed him in the backfield. It's a loss of 2. The highest of levels.
Watch this. Whoop. He just left arm knocks down.
With the play clock at 1. Jackson, pressure's coming. Wow. And Myles Garrett spins him down.
For the Browns defense. Here comes Myles Garrett. Who else around the edge? They even try to give body presence with Hill. I think Ronnie Stanley was expecting a little bit more.
I wish that was a rule in our Saturday meetings at the hotel. Love. Pressure up the middle, and he's down. Garrett got there. Some help up the gut from Aiden Huntington.
Matt LaFleur has played Myles Garrett one time as head coach of the Green Bay Packers, and he doubled him almost 30% of the time. The 5th highest, had the better possession.
2nd and 9, here's Jacobs again, blasted in the backfield, falls forward to the 23. No timeouts left for Cleveland. They used their last one.
Now involved in photography. Here's Jameson Williams.
He's always going to have someone that's chipping him like you have right now. TJ Hawkinson is the one that's closed the edge, forcing Myles Garrett wider.
3rd down and 17. Wentz taken down from behind. Guess who? What a segue. Myles Garrett.
That's why he's one of the best defensive players in the NFL. Look at the effort. Look at the effort. He keeps going. Had 2 guys blocking him.
To the head or neck. That's why the refs called it. And Danny Smith talking to Jabril Peppers on the sideline, the special teams coach. As
Pittsburgh's done here today, only 60 rushing yards for the Browns.
3rd down and 2. Not going to get it. Driven backwards by Myles Garrett.
A little bit more, but this Browns defense is jacked up.
Cleveland top 5 defense.
Tua! Myles Garrett!
Handoff A-Chan, and boy, they got 3 and 4 defenders giving chase, led by Garrett. When you're his size, just amazing. A loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, it's not always about sacks. He's not a one-dimensional player. Looks like the Browns playing him out. Look at how he just stiff arm, just uses that ball.
And the tight end's always a target. You saw Jim Schwartz, his defense on 3rd and goal. What is May going to do? He's in some trouble here, and he is sacked by Myles Garrett. May looking the other way, and now he's in trouble, and they're going to bring him down. At the 19-yard line, Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the game. 6 different receivers have caught a ball today for May, who's in the pocket, and the ball is knocked out. And there's a scramble around the 37-yard line. It looks like the Patriots got it back this season from the 6. May on the run and sacked. Garrett's got another one.
Guess who?
We're already assessing, our crew here. Yeah, they got May that time.
Is that Myles Garrett? Or that is 5 sacks, so that's a career high in one game. Myles Garrett.
Yeah, he's on the opposite side. Watch this Euro step as he gets back in here. Bam, back in. Then he just turns it into power. Drake May gets stuck trying to climb the pocket. And
unbelievable.
He'd just be like, I'll be the beneficiary of that.
Afternoon, you see the numbers there for Fields. Here comes Garrett around the edge. Look out. And he gets to Fields. 55 seconds left.
Yeah, just speed. Now they try to counter this by rolling out Justin Fields to his right, saying, look, we're going to single up over there on the left side, but we're going to run.
Lamar rolling right. Trying to come back the other way, and Myles Garrett is there. A sack on 3rd down.
First red zone opportunity is going to be a field goal attempt. They were trying to throw back to Hopkins, I think, on the backside.
Play action on 1st down. Lamar, pressure coming, and he's sacked again by Myles Garrett. His 2nd of the half, and he has 13 on the year.
His coverage, guys, a little dap for this one. Because he got him on the 2nd, 3rd effort, right?
Now, 1st and goal. Henry hitting the backfield and taken down. That's Myles Garrett, who came into the day leading the NFL in tackles for a loss. Lamar is 5 for 11 for 94 yards and the interception. Trying to elude the rush, in trouble, and Myles Garrett has got him again. Number 3 for Garrett today.
With a guy like Lamar Jackson, you say, hey, don't get past him. But when you have that engine, you can do it.
And Lamar rolling right. Steps up, and he is sacked by guess who? Number 4 for Myles Garrett.
Watch 30 and watch him coming around to force things on Lamar Jackson. And he forced him back to the inside.
Under center, Tucker in motion. They get it to Genty, and Genty, boy, he's smothered. A yard behind the line of scrimmage. Myles Garrett came from the other side to make that tackle. As we head toward the 1-minute mark here in the first half, pressure's coming. Sack number 6. He fumbled the football, but it was recovered by the Raiders. Myles.
Watch, you'll see Myles come off the edge, but there's good push up the middle, so Geno can't really step up.
7 of 16 on the season. Out of the gun is Smith. Pressure's coming. Smith pitches, and he's sacked again. Off the play fake to Genty.
Look out.
Pressure's coming. Garrett's got him, and he's going down. That is the 8th.
Down again.
He's a machine.
This guy is coming for the record. This is the right defense if you're the Browns. I know the fans might get frustrated, but...
Ooh. Oh, man. Myles Garrett just swats the ball out of the hand of Geno Smith. And it's recovered by the Browns. Malik.
He discards him. Forsythe loses his footing.
Rib injury. We're told for Juszczyk. McCaffrey dodges, and then Garrett just devours him back at the 8. That's Kittle. Here's Purdy. McKinnock's the block. Here comes Garrett. It's a sack, his first today. Pressure up the middle.
There's no replacing a guy playing that well.
Clock running, 40 seconds and counting. 3rd and 5. And there's the sack at the 45-yard line. And there, it's Myles Garrett.
Make sure we're going to pinch, and then loop him around here. See if we can get him away from this turn. There it is. Tight. Slaps the hand of the center. A bump up in the win category as well.
This is Spears, and tackled right away. Spears will go down right at the 35.
And he was able to defeat the block by Durham Smythe and make that play.
3rd down and goal. Williams with time. Backside pressure comes. He's in trouble. And Myles Garrett's got one today. 21 on the year. 2 away from the NFL sack record.
You have to know who's over there, right? Because you're going to get help here. And then you're going to turn him over to your left tackle, Ozzie Trapillo. But Caleb still has to have that clock. That clock's got to be, and sometimes it should be a little bit faster. Okay, where's that 95
that
guy?
Zone. 3rd and 15. Williams. Pressure comes. Down he goes. It's Myles Garrett. And a full sack from owning it outright.
And again, a little bit of help from your running back, but just around that edge.
Either handing the ball off or getting rid of it, not to even give him a chance. Allen gets out of there.
There's a chance.
Allen, he's tripped up. Myles Garrett gets to the QB on the scramble.
First down. Burrow, he's under pressure, he's sacked! And there it is, a record that has stood nearly a quarter of a century has a new leader as 30-year-old Myles Garrett records his NFL record 23rd sack of the year, passing Michael Strahan and T.J. Watt on the all-time list.
The word that comes to mind is inevitable. It's been inevitable for him this season. Utter dominance. We're in post-Aaron Donald era football. You see Myles Garrett, he just wins right away. To be that big, but that athletic to dip, a la Von Miller, beats Orlando Brown and gets in the backfield in under 2.5 seconds.
Tony calls.
See, I'm back on my. See, I'm back on my bullshit. Shit. Came a long way from school, bitch. We them niggas been banging and walking with full clips. Pocket filled with them blue strips. All I hang with the silent, can't fuck with no loose lips. If he ran, cut him loose quick. If a fuck nigga try, bet his ass make the news quick. Hit his ass with these blue tips. But these niggas won't shoot shit.